What's going on, boys? My name is Jack Duffy. My friends call me Captain Jack. I am the host of the Happy Hour Pick'em and the Happy Hour Sports Show here on the Happy Hour Network. I want to make a video. I want to talk about this because I have been bothered by the coverage of the Super Bowl or post Super Bowl, of what's really been the talking point, what people are really talking about. And I wanted to give my 2 cents on the Bad Bunny performance, the Kid Rock performance, and all that shit. But at the same point, I want to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart that I've felt since I was a kid and why I continue to watch sports to this day and why I'm so passionate about sports to this day. I am not a political person. I am not a political person whatsoever. I am dead middle, moderate as can be. I have my beliefs. I have my viewpoints, but they're mine. I will never talk about politics on this channel ever in my life because I don't see the point. No matter what I say that is conservative, a liberal will take it to a different stratosphere, and vice versa. Conservatives will take it as another talking point, and they'll take it in a whole different light. I have no interest in dealing with anybody from the right or left wing. I don't care. It is not my bread and butter. It's not my knowledgeable thing. I don't want to talk about it. The reason I'm making this video specifically is because all I've seen on YouTube, all I've seen on mainstream media, all I've seen on all these news channels and all these articles and all the things that they could talk about from the Super Bowl isn't the fact that Seattle's defense absolutely smothered the New England Patriots and won the Super Bowl, and Sam Darnold's crazy comeback journey from being a bust as a #1 pick with the Jets to a Super Bowl champion. They'd rather talk about the controversial Bad Bunny halftime show and the Kid Rock halftime show. Now, I'm sure you've seen it all over your feed. I've seen it all on TikTok. I've seen it all on Instagram. I've seen it all on YouTube. I've seen it on my TV. I've seen it everywhere. That's all people can talk about. Even sports shows, that's all they can talk about, is the controversy between Bad Bunny speaking only Spanish and having the conservative have their own halftime show that is a whiteout show with Kid Rock performing and all these other traditional conservative views that's racist and all this shit. Brother, here's why I'm making this video. Bad Bunny performed. He had 130 million viewers watching the halftime show. Most ever, I believe. The Kid Rock thing, people viewed that. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? I'm sorry, who cares? Bad Bunny's performance was a minuscule part of the Super Bowl. Minuscule. Same with Kid Rock's performance. This much time. And that's all we could talk about? You are watching a sporting event. This wasn't a concert. This wasn't a Bad Bunny concert that featured a football game. This was a football game that featured a halftime concert by a artist, which is every single Super Bowl. I cannot fathom why we as a society have to bring politics into every aspect of our everyday existence. Politics have no place in sports. When I grew up, I played with other players from all walks of life, all different skin colors, all different beliefs, all different family beliefs, religions. I'm sure even at the time in my high school days, there were some homosexual kids that played on our teams that we didn't know about. We didn't give a fuck. Some may. There's a minority of people and athletes that are racist and homophobic and hate other religions. But for the most part, if you are on a team, you are one. Doesn't matter what walk of life you came from or your family came from. You are on a team for one purpose, and that is to win the fucking game. If that does not sum up what our country needs, but globally what we need as a society, as a human race, I don't know what does. I don't know what does. We have one goal: to work together to make our lives so much better. And instead, we bring in politics. We bring in the president. We bring in these Congress people, these senators into this conversation where all they give a fuck about is making money for themselves. That's all they care about on both sides. If you don't realize that, you are the problem, and it's both parties. And I'm sure there will be people that comment on this video or on any of the shorts that we make from this and say, well, not my party. My party is about freedom. My party is about freedom to express yourself. My party is about my freedom of religion, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. That's not true. Maybe your beliefs are, but the people you're electing, no. Because explain to me. Explain to me. Seriously, if that's what you're going to comment, explain to me in the comments right now. Is your life better? And I don't want to hear, oh, it's because of the other party. No. We had both parties as president in the last 8 years. Has your life gotten better? Has it? Mine hasn't. Mine hasn't improved. My wife's hasn't improved. My friends haven't improved. We're still paying over $3 for gas. We're still paying a shit ton in taxes when all of these political people, all of them, Republican and Democrat, say tax cuts for the middle class, tax cuts for the middle class. That's all they preach. And yet we're still paying them. We're still paying a crazy amount. This country was founded on no taxes, without representation. Where are our taxes going? It ain't improving our lives. It's not. Prove it to me that it is. Please, I would love to hear it. But from what I've seen is most people, no matter your walk of life, no matter your walk of life, no matter your skin color, no matter the God you believe in, no matter who you love, our lives are not better. As a whole, as one, we are not better. Because we elect these idiots. These idiots that want to promise us and preach to us all the things they're going to do. And now we have a thing where it's creeping into sports, which is an entertainment thing, but not to those players. Those players, they are out there to win a Super Bowl. That's their only goal. I saw clips of, they were making the rounds on Radio Row, right? Talking to players that were there. I think Amon St. Brown was there, a few other players that were in the league, and they were asking him, what's your favorite Bad Bunny song? A few of them like, I have no idea. I wouldn't care about what my favorite Bad Bunny song. I don't give a fuck. I would be here to win a Super Bowl. That's my only goal. That's why I play this game, is to win a Super Bowl with my boys. That's it. And now we have these conversations of, well, Bad Bunny's performance was very lewd and it's all in Spanish, and that goes against the demographic of the NFL fan. Who the fuck cares? It's a halftime performance at a sporting game for a championship. The championship game is the thing that matters, not the halftime performer. Who the fuck cares about him or her or any of it? It's a sporting event. If you go to a Bad Bunny concert, yeah, it's about him. It's his show. That's why you went there. And I'm not going to say that there weren't a lot of viewers that came in just to see Bad Bunny and didn't give a fuck about the game. Absolutely. But you're a fan of Bad Bunny already. You're already knowing what you're getting into. The fact that we are making this the only talking point from the Super Bowl, not the game. We don't care about the game. That's the only thing we're talking about. Which, by the way, the NFL is the most watched league in the world. You don't think that us as sports fans are like, we don't give a fuck about who's performing at halftime. We don't care. We want to watch the game. Because either we have bets in for it, or our team's playing in it, or we just love the sport. That's it. The fact that we are still in this society having these conversations where it's all about his remarks about ICE and the president, and then we have Kid Rock doing his thing. Kid Rock led with a fucking song about meth, prostitutes, and porn. And you want to call Bad Bunny's lewd? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's like a fucking pissing match. Who the fuck cares? We're here to watch the Seattle Seahawks play the New England Patriots. That's all that matters. That's it. That's all that matters. To us sporting fans, at least it is. I don't want to hear about Donald Trump. I don't want to hear about Bad Bunny's views on ICE and all that shit. I want to hear some good music while we're waiting for halftime to be over. That's all. That's all I wanted to hear. And even then, I didn't even watch the halftime show. Not because I didn't want to see Bad Bunny perform. I was watching my wedding video with my in-laws, who I love dearly. That's what I did during the halftime show, because I knew I had some time. But I wanted to get right back to the game because the game was important. I was excited to watch New England and Seattle. Everything has to be politicized, and I cannot fathom why. And who the fuck cares? That's my biggest talking point on this, is who the fuck cares if Bad Bunny performs at the Super Bowl? Who the fuck cares if Shakira performs at the Super Bowl? Who the fuck cares if Luke Combs performs, or Taylor Swift, or any of them? Who cares? We're not there for that. We're there for the game. The headlining act is the football game, not the halftime show. Why are we only talking about this? And now We have to talk about it because these news things, they want us to hate each other. They want us to divide us more. They want us to have these conversations that lead to arguments to distract us from all the bullshit that is happening. It's about a football game. And that's why I watch sports. I have so many friends and family who ask, why are you so passionate about the Eagles? Why are you so passionate about the Flyers? Why are you so passionate about Chelsea or Celtic or Barcelona or the Phillies? Why are you so passionate about these teams? Like, you don't play for them. You have no stake in it. Because it makes me happy. Do you know what happiness is? It makes me happy. It brings me joy to watch my team. Even when they lose, I'm happy that I watched them play because I know maybe the next game they could bounce back. And also, it brings me back to my childhood days where the only thing that brought me joy in my life as a child was playing sports with my friends in the backyard or on the street or on a field. That's my childhood. And for a lot of you guys, I'm sure that's the same way. We love sports because it takes us away from all of the other stresses of life, all the stresses that work brings and our internet feeds bring, or what's globally happening in the world, or even stressful things in our relationships or our friend groups. It takes us all away from that. When we turn on the game, like today, I'm going to watch English Premier League soccer because it makes me happy. Find things that make you happy. And for us over here on the Happy Hour Sports Network, we love sports. That's what makes us happy. That's all we are going to talk about. But I cannot get over this. I cannot get over seeing New York Post and Washington Post and Fox News and ESPN and all of these different platforms and all these podcasters and all these internet stars talking only about Bad Bunny or Kid Rock, when we really should be talking about, man, what a game by the Seattle defense. Sorry, man. I cannot get behind this. I don't know if you guys agree, but I'm making this ranty video because I am so over this bleeding into every aspect of our society that politics is doing. I will never get it. I will never understand why we idolize these politicians. I will never grasp it. I will never understand it. They serve us. But what have they done for us? For decades now, what have they done for us to make our lives better? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. And you can argue it, I'm sure. There's been things that have been good. But then what has followed that? So this is my rant video, man. I don't like making these things. I don't ever want to. I want this show to be more positive and bring joy to the world and bring camaraderie that we all have within our teams that we grew up playing on. And the teams that we root for, the fandom that we have with other fans, talking about the game, talking about our team, talking about sports, talking about everything that brings us together rather than divides us because of our skin color or our religion or our sexuality or any of those things that they want to divide us on. Fuck that. Let's love sports. Let's love the thing that unifies us. Because music used to. It's not anymore. Sports brings us together. And that's what this channel is about. That's why I made this channel, is to talk to other people, build that camaraderie in the comments section, in our Discord, in any of the things that we love talking about when it comes to any sport that we want to talk about, which is the NFL, NHL, MLB, soccer, basketball, whatever sport. It's fun to have those conversations. It brings happiness. Do you guys remember what happiness is? Let's bring that back into our world, rather than always just going for each other's throats and yelling at each other about stupid shit like Bad Bunny's halftime performance at the fucking Super Bowl. Let's talk about Seattle's defense, rocking Drake May. Let's talk about how Drake May almost had the comeback. Let's talk about those moments, because that's epic. That's what that game was about. Not this shit. Not Kid Rock talking about stupid shit. Not Bad Bunny talking about stupid shit. Don't get me wrong. Bad Bunny's aesthetic-wise, Broadway musical aspect, bring in Puerto Rican culture, fantastic. I thought it was cool. Thought it was awesome. But let's get away from this whole Bad Bunny is awful for not singing in English. Kid Rock's awful because he's a Republican. Can we just get away from all that shit and just talk about the reason we watched the Super Bowl, which was the game? It's my 2 cents. I don't like doing these kinds of videos. I don't want to talk about this any further. Like I've been saying, I want to bring as much joy and happiness to the world that brings us together rather than divides us because of stupid shit. But that's my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about sports, about the politicizing of sports, and having these stupid things happen in sporting events that divides us even more, that takes away from the game itself and why sports are awesome. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. I'd love to get a conversation going. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It really does help us out. Subscribe for all new content. The Happy Hour Sports Show is coming very soon. We are finishing touches on the outside studio, or not the outside studio, in my bar area, the tavern, as we like to call it. We're going to be doing a lot of content in 2026, talking about the things that we love to talk about, bringing people together. And that's the message that I want to share with the world, and how sports are just fucking awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.